Get ready for a celestial spectacle that's as rare as it is breathtaking. 2025's first supermoon will also be the elusive October harvest moon, a combination that hasn't graced our skies in years. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. This isn't just any full moon. It's a moment when the cosmos aligns to give us a brighter, larger lunar display, perfectly timed for our evening routines. No telescopes required, just a clear sky and a moment of your time. I'll never forget the first time I witnessed something like this. I was standing in a chilly queue outside a corner shop, absent-mindedly chewing on a receipt, when the moon began its ascent. It rose slowly over the rooftops, glowing first in an amber hue, then softening to a creamy white. For a fleeting moment, the world seemed to pause. A cyclist slowed down, a dog stopped mid-sniff, and someone on the phone interrupted their call with, "Wait, look at that." It was as if the moon had choreographed the entire scene. And in 2025, it's happening again, only bigger, brighter, and closer than before. But why is this harvest moon so special? Most years, the harvest moon, the full moon closest to the autumnal equinox, appears in September. In 2025, however, the full moon nearest the equinox falls in early October, pushing the title into a new month and making this event a rarity. Add to that the fact that the moon will be at perigee, its closest point to Earth, and you've got a supermoon that's stealing the spotlight. This isn't just astronomy. It's a reminder of how our calendars and orbits occasionally collide to create something extraordinary. And this is the part most people miss. The harvest moon's timing isn't arbitrary. The equinox is fixed, but the moon's cycle is slightly shorter than our calendar months, causing it to shift forward each year. Some years, the September full moon is too far from the equinox, allowing the October moon to claim the title. Meanwhile, perigee, the moon's closest approach to Earth, drifts through the year in its own rhythm. When these patterns overlap, we get a night like this one, a celestial coincidence worth celebrating. When and how can you see it? Mark your calendar for the evenings of October 6th to 8th, with the main event on Tuesday, October 7th, though your local date may vary by time zone. The rule is simple. On the night of the full moon, it rises around sunset and sets around sunrise. Look to the east as the sky softens, and watch for that first orange glow peeking above chimneys or trees. Then, follow it as it lightens to a pearly white and climbs higher. Whether you're in the city or the countryside, the horizon is your stage. Find a spot with an unobstructed eastern view, like a hilltop, a seafront, or even a quiet park after the crowds have left. But here's the controversial part. While many will tell you to escape light pollution for the best view, the truth is, this supermoon doesn't need darkness to dazzle. You can witness it from your backyard, a busy street, or even a balcony. The real magic isn't in the stars it outshines, but in the way it transforms familiar landscapes, how it floods fields, stretches shadows, and turns the ground into a soft glow. It doesn't demand a telescope, it demands your attention. What makes it super, and why does it matter? Supermoon might not be a scientific term, but it's a useful one. It means the full moon is near perigee, making it up to 14% larger and 30% brighter than an average full moon. But the real impact isn't in the numbers, it's in how your brain perceives it. When the moon hangs low on the horizon, near a pier, a cathedral, or a skyline it creates an optical illusion that makes it seem enormous. The trick? Catch it in the first 30 minutes after moonrise or the last 30 before moonset, when the choreography of place and moment is most striking. Your mini plan for the night. Start with a map and a horizon. Find a spot with an open eastern view, a bridge, a hill, or even a parking lot that faces the sky. Check your local sunset time and arrive 10 to 15 minutes early to let your eyes adjust. If you're in the UK, think jacket weather and crisp autumn air. Phones can help. A moon phase app or a quick search for moonrise time will do, but don't overthink it. If you're taking photos, go wide, include people or buildings for scale, and use burst mode as the moon clears the horizon. And if clouds get in the way, give them time. Gaps often reopen, and the climb is long and generous. A small, bright ritual for a busy year. You don't need a label to enjoy it, but names help us pause and appreciate. The harvest moon evokes the old, practical glow that extended evenings for farmers bringing in crops. This year's October twist weaves that story into our modern schedules, while the supermoon adds a touch of theater. It's a quiet, democratic event, visible to night shift workers, kids in pajamas, runners on towpaths, and grandparents on benches. Share a photo if you like, or don't. The real moment is that collective hush when it clears the rooftops, and the whole street seems to breathe in unison. Thought-provoking question for you. In a world where we're constantly looking down at screens, does an event like this remind us to look up more often? Or is it just another fleeting moment in our busy lives? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts.